Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Wacky Wednesday where Doug waves his hand around while I speak, and that's it. That's the whole 2 hours. Welcome. Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Let me do all the talking.
It'd be very abstract.
I also pretend to answer as you. I just do the whole thing, and the Oni plays like, "This is what Doug has to say."
Oh, you mean your Toad voice?
My Toad voice.
I love your impression of my impression of Oni is, just the Toad voice, pretty much.
I didn't even think about that. That's wild. That's wild. Anyway, we're not going to do that. It's the Q&A stream. You'll ask Doug the questions, all right? Yeah. But
I love to see the few people I was like, I was looking forward to that.
someday you'll lose your voice, and I will have to do that.
Yeah, maybe April Fool's is on a Wednesday, right? Maybe
it is on a Wednesday. It's in a week.
Maybe we'll do it then. Yeah, it's crazy to think.
That is crazy to think. Anyway, let's get to the rules here so that we can get to these questions. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages and super chats since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, sometimes we have time for highlighted questions over on Twitch or regular chat questions over on YouTube, but please do not spam or repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to do it continuously. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over. We get a large volume of questions, and this is just a way for us to prioritize and still get to those non-paid questions, which I promise you we are trying to get to. If we have time, we'll go back and answer the questions that are under $5, but we prioritize $5 and over. Please keep in mind, because I've been seeing more people mention this again, we have a list of the questions. There's no need to repeat your question or anything like that. If you feel like it's been a while, we can get up to 45 minutes behind. Please just be patient. It's pretty rare that we actually do miss a question. It's probably just in the queue somewhere, because sometimes the program I'm using mixes them up too, but we'll figure it out, all right? We'll get there. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster we have to read it, the less likely it is that we're going to understand what you mean, and we don't have time to go back and figure out what you're trying to say. So short and to the point is better. Along those same lines, if you absolutely must break up your message into multiple parts, please keep it to 3. Absolute maximum. Again, we don't have time to figure out how part 12 that you just said related to part 2 and where in the world it's going. So 3 absolute max, please. No spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to see the latest and greatest, and there's a lot of new stuff out there, okay?
There is right now,
I still haven't finished One Piece Season 2. I still haven't even started the new season of Invincible. Daredevil came out yesterday. Slow down.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot.
I'm so behind, but I don't feel like I am really that behind. It's just been because I've been putting on One Piece at any chance I can get, but I'm still only on episode 5.
Me too.
Like an
hour I'm only on 4. Yeah, I'm only on 4. I'm just trying to sneak it in wherever I can.
Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes at a time of just One Piece. Yeah, so no spoilers, please.
Dare we say One Piece at a time?
Dare we say it? Get out of here, Doug.
Okay.
Great. Yes. I think I got everything anyway. Oh, no, wait. One more piece that goes along with that. Please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. We have over 100 people combined between Twitch and YouTube, and it's not fair if you get to ask 5 in one and other people haven't had a chance to ask 1. Also, that's the point where people start saying, hey, you missed this part of the question. It's like, well, when you ask 3 in 1, it's kind of hard to answer all 3. So just keep it to 1 and then you'll get your answer. All right. Okay. Now I think we're good. No swearing, Doug.
No swearing.
Yeah. Great. Amazing. Okay, let's get to it then. Kevin, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube for 23 months. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
A new era of Hogwarts begins. The HBO original series Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone premieres this Christmas on HBO Max. Do you two look forward to this?
Did you see the trailer for it,
I
Heather?
did. I did.
It it just looks like Harry Potter. It looks like the exact same thing. It doesn't look like it just looks like different actors. Like everything else looks exactly the same. The only thing I can figure is that because it being a book, you can go more detail in the book. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll just expand on some stuff, and maybe
I'm
they
sure.
figure that's what fans want. They like the look and feel of the movies. They just wanted more of it. So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. But as someone that's, on the outside looking in, I'm like, well, yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel I'm probably not gonna watch it. I don't know. I feel like I've said my goodbyes to Harry Potter. Not that I've grown out of it, but like I'm just like, all right. I did see it. It's fine. Liv, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube for 15 months. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I'm absolutely gonna mess up this name. Thoughts on Alana Ubach? She plays the mom in the TED show and she's fantastic as always.
I don't know if I've seen this show. I keep forgetting it is a show. I know there's two movies. No, I haven't seen the show though, so I guess I can't give any comment. I'm sorry.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, for Nostalgia Ween,
Hi.
will you do a proper NC on Grinch Night, or do you feel there's nothing more to talk about?
I feel like I got it out in Dark Tunes. And I even technically mentioned it before. I think what was it? It was like one of my earliest videos talking about maybe Halloween specials or something like that, or scariest moment, maybe a scariest moments or something like that. Like scariest nostalgic moments. I think I talked about it there. So yeah, I think I've talked about enough.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. So I saw the Moana trailer. I'm gonna be honest, we have gotten to a point with these remakes that it's actually fascinatingly depressing how creatively bankrupt Disney has gotten. A YouTube comment put it best saying it looks like a fake AI trailer.
That's what everybody is saying is that it looks like AI, and I was just talking to Heather about this a little bit before. One of the ways I think you can spot AI and why sometimes I confuse some things in a movie or a commercial for AI is that in anything, most things video related, we put so many filters on it. We already have so many CG effects and everything, so there's already this artificial look to it, and I think we're seeing that reflected back to us like in several reflections here because not only is it a live action remake of an anime film, it's a live action remake of a computer generated animated film. And I don't know if Disney's done that yet. They've done uh the remakes, the hand drawn ones. I don't know if they've done remakes of the CG ones. So it feels particularly pointless because it's almost the exact same effects. They can't even get a real chicken in there. It still has to look like the weird CG chicken from before. So yeah, it just feels all the more pointless because of it. So it kind of didn't even dawn on me until I think when I saw the teaser, I said, well, okay, I'm just watching the anime film. It's exactly the same. It's like the
Yeah.
same shot, same effects. But when you actually see the people put in there, now the human people, it just looks even stranger. It's bizarrely even more distracting. So yeah, I'm sure I'll have to see it because I'll have to review it. The only thing I'm curious about is if box office wise how it's going to do, because like Moana 2 was like all right, whatever, but it did crazy numbers because there's just a diehard crowd from Moana. So I'm curious, even though the trailer is getting a lot of backlash and stuff, is there still going to be an audience for it? I'm really, really curious about that.
Crunch Along, thank you for the $5 super chat. Which of these characters do you think Keith David is playing in the new Spider-Man? Kirk Connors, Miles Warren, or Charles Xavier?
Oh, I thought did he didn't they tease Tombstone was going to be in this or no?
I'm not sure.
I
I
thought
don't
he was playing
remember.
Tombstone. Or maybe he played Tombstone somewhere else. I might be confusing it. What are the choices again? I'm sorry.
They said Kirk Connors, Miles Warren, or Charles Xavier.
uh Xavier would actually be really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that'd be really cool, especially if he does like a little bit like the Goliath voice and everything. Yeah. Oh, I hope it's that. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, just Miles, I guess.
Chat is confirming that Tombstone is in it, but Keith David isn't playing him.
Okay, maybe I'm Mandela affecting that. Do you play him another time or something? I
I don't know.
swear I connect Keith David with Tombstone. I don't know why. Anyway, sorry.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Crocodile Dundee?
It's all right. I'll say this: when I was a kid, I loved it. And I know when it came out, it like took over everything. For a couple years, everything went Australia. That's why Wolverine was Australian in that Pride of X-Men pilot. Because Australia was such a hot thing. Because of that movie. I liked it as a kid. It's still nice. It's cute. That's about all I can say about it. The one thing that stands out to me, just for how sappy it is, but just really cute it is the finale at the subway station. It's just pure rom-com schmaltz, but because the actors are so likable and the people in that scene are so likable, it's like kind of adorable. So I do really like that finale. That's the one thing that like really stands out to me about it. Everything else is kind of the exact movie you think it's going to be, but it's fine for that.
Chat is saying, because I know this will bother you otherwise, Keith David did voice Tombstone in
Hmm.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
That
So,
was it.
there
Okay,
you
I knew
go.
it was somewhere.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ninth and final episode of the entire Digital Circus series is coming in June, and you should consider participating and reviewing it afterwards.
Maybe I will. I saw the first episode. Like I said, it was fine. It just wasn't grabbing me. But I've seen first episodes of stuff before that either didn't grab me or wasn't even that good. And then I watched more of it. It was great. BoJack Horseman has a terrible first episode. Parks and Rec has a terrible first season.
Yeah.
But like they get really good. So and it's obviously blowing up. It's all over the place. So maybe I'll give it a shot at some point after I finish the billion other things I have to watch.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heather, is Lucas aware that you've never seen Shawshank Redemption? Seriously, how have you not seen it? I'm sure he is. My family just wasn't a movie family. We didn't watch a lot of movies growing up. I didn't watch a lot of, like, it just wasn't an activity that we did and sat around and, I don't know, like, so in high school and stuff, it's just not something I did. I don't know. It's not a movie you just casually put on when you're hanging out at your friend's house either, you know?
Let's see Tim Robbins fight off the prisoners trying to. Yeah, you know what? That's probably not a good family thing you want to watch more.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you've referenced
was
this movie for
chosen
years,
today.
and having reviewed more properties from this studio, will you give Wild Thornberries a proper NC?
It's on the list. I'll see if I want to do it. Let me double check, see how like the Rugrats movie did. The Rugrats movie didn't do that great. I'll probably do it in January. If it looks like the numbers climbed, I'll probably do it in summer.
Nick, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, if they ever made a biopic about you, who would you absolutely not want to be the director?
um, Raja Gosnell. I don't know. It's a lot
Tommy
of people.
Wiseau.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. I would love to see it. I want him to play me, man. Oh my god, he'd have to shave his head and everything. No, he'd have to do like makeup, like put this really bad ball cap on and everything. No, I would love that. I'd be all over that.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's your favorite comic book to film adaptation?
I mean, me personally, Batman, the original Michael Keaton one. I'm not saying that's the
I was
best,
chosen
but
today.
outside of that, I mean, honestly, if you're going for the most authentic, I'd almost say Sin City. Again, I'm not saying that's like the best, movie out there or anything like that. I mean, I really love it, but in terms of like the most authentic, yes, this got what this was while capturing the look and the shots and the feel, but it's also kind of its own thing as well. Yeah, that would be very high up there.
Lunatic, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, what are your thoughts on Pixar doing more sequels than original movies?
I mean, what everyone thinks. I want more original material from. I'm glad Hoppers is doing well because Elio didn't do that well, and I thought that was pretty good. And I thought Hoppers was good too, so I'm glad that's doing well. There's a couple I don't mind seeing though. I love to see more Inside Out movies. I think that's the one where it's like you make as many as you want. You make them until she's like an old lady, and you could still do something great with all those ideas. So I'm totally down for that. I'm trying to think what other ones are coming out that were interesting at all. I mostly know the Disney ones like Zootopia. Like I'm like, okay, you could do more Zootopias. That makes sense. Frozen, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and do it just so you can get a better sequel than the one we got because I
Yeah.
didn't like the second one that much. And and I liked Incredibles too, so I wouldn't mind seeing another one of those. So there's a couple that I'm like, no, there's these seem set up to have sequels. You know, just not more Toy Stories. And why they give Cars a sequel? Why does Cars exist at all? So yeah, there's a couple where I'm just like, do them.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Who knows? Maybe Alice in Wonderland was Dogma's OG story structure before Wizard of Oz, but kept the walrus slash carpenter story in film as allegory for religion.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I brought up Alice in Wonderland is because he brings it up at the beginning. I think this was the moment where even though I was enjoying the movie okay, I realized I think I'm getting tired of Kevin Smith's writing at that point was that it's Matt Damon talking with this nun, and she says, "So you don't believe in God anymore because of Alice in Wonderland?" And you know they're gonna work backwards, and I'm just like, all right, I think I'm tired of this gimmicky writing. I don't even necessarily dislike that film. It's just at that point I'm like, okay, it's like when you notice it with Joss Whedon or to some extent James Gunn too. It's like, all right, I'm seeing the pattern here. I'm seeing the formula.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heather, fellow Star Wars fan, how does it feel to be married to a man named Lucas?
How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't come up very often. You know, Lucas is still a pretty popular name. I feel like the only time there was something where it was almost like a mix-up was when we being Chicago. let me just say we as the all of Chicago. We almost got the George Lucas Museum here in Chicago before the Friends of the Park vetoed it for a stupid parking lot that's now not even going to be used because the bears are moving. I'm sorry, I will never get over this wound. Anyway, the museum was going to be really cool because George Lucas has one of the biggest private collections of American illustrators in the world. And that's part of what was going to be displayed at the museum. And I was talking to a friend about that and bringing up how Lucas's art collection is like one of the best and biggest in the world. And they were like, your husband has that? I was like, oh, no. George Lucas. Sorry, George Lucas.
It's funny too, the more I think about it, because yeah, you married a lot of us kind of have, because I'm a big Batman fan. I married somebody named Robin. James Rolfe is a big Ninja Turtles fan. He married someone named April and stuff. It's like they're all probably coincidences, but it is kind of funny.
Yeah. Jacob, thank you for the $10 super chat. With the recent passing of Chuck Norris, do you think you might do a Nostalgia Critic review for one of his films? I recently rewatched your Forest Warrior review. Still a blast.
Yeah, that and Sidekicks was pretty fun doing that. I don't know, because I saw Sidekicks, that was a blast, and then the Forest Warrior one, honestly, I did because it was one of those where I'm like, well, Chuck Norris blew up as a meme. I'm sure I can just do another movie. What's like his big, crazy one outside of Sidekicks? And it was that one. A lot of the other ones, and there was an article about this, which was very interesting, that the memes did not increase viewership of his movies, oddly enough. And part of that is, even though I'm sure they're entertaining, they're not like those are the two that, from what I hear, that are just the so bad they're amazing films. Maybe there's other ones out there, I don't know, but from what I hear, those are the two biggies. So unless I find one that I'm just like, oh, this is chef's kiss and whatever, I'm not planning on it.
Twitch is Twitch. Thank you for the 15-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
This is a little late, but I watched your review of Dennis the Menace, and even though it stars Leah Thompson and Christopher Lloyd, you didn't make a single Back to the Future joke. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
There's a lot of jokes that somebody will say and be like, oh, you didn't make that joke, you didn't make that joke. And when you do so many of these back to back, I mean, that's to be expected. It does suck when I miss one where I'm just like, the one that's I've mentioned it a lot that just kills me is during the Mary Poppins Returns review. We have all the characters come back, the original anime characters who are no longer live action remakes. They come back and they're beating the crap out of Mary Poppins, the remake of Mary Poppins, who's supposed to be like Thanos, and somebody just put in the comments, "Oh, missed," because it's a reference to Endgame, and they just said in there, "Oh, they should have had the remake Mary Poppins say, 'I am inevitable,' and the original Mary Poppins say, 'and I'm practically perfect in every way,' and then destroy her." And I'm just like, "Oh, what a line! What a moment! What a perfect moment!" And I absolutely missed it. So that's the one where I'm just like, "Oh, that just kills me." But yeah, Christopher Lloyd and what's her name, Back to the Future, not as big a deal compared to that.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. What was your favorite movie rental store memory?
Let me think. Certainly whenever like they had a new game that you were excited for, that was always kind of neat. Or let me put it this way, a game that you wanted to play but it was too expensive at the game store. So then when you went to like Blockbuster or something and they had games, you're just like, "Oh my god, now we can know if it's worth buying." Like that was always a really, really big deal because you gotta save up your allowance and everything. And then sometimes you find out, "Oh, that was crap. I'm so glad we didn't buy that." So those were always really, really cool.
Caleb, thank you for the 500 bits. I purchased Jeremy Renner's memoir, My Next Breath, written about his snowplow incident, and it's autographed by him. I'm curious, Doug and Heather, if either of you have read his book. I have not.
No, I bet it's interesting
Hmm.
because yeah, I can't imagine surviving. Like, look, I make silly Hawkeye jokes all the time and stuff like that, but like, A, that actor plays him very well. B, what that dude had to probably go through with
Hmm.
that, and the way he's recovered, you
Yeah.
would just never know there's anything wrong with him. So yeah, all that's very, very impressive. Eh, maybe I'll check it out. Autobiographies are some of the few things that I still read because reading still isn't the easiest for me, but I'm getting back into it with autobiographies. So it would be kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fun and instant experiment to test my theory live. In the next message, Heather will privately read my instructions for Doug to do, and we'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. You in? I suppose. I don't know.
Who are they even asking? Are they asking me? Are they asking you? I
I don't
mean,
know.
that's already it's confusing. So yeah, we'll see how well it
We'll
works.
see. I guess I'll have
Um,
to see if you already gave the super chat for that because that was 25 minutes ago.
yeah, I was gonna say, is this like Dennis Hopper from Speed? It's like pop quiz. Here's an experiment. I mean, like, just I guess we'll see if it happens or not.
Big Mac, thank you for the 500 bits. How far are you in One Piece Season 2?
I'm in the middle of episode 4. And I still love it. I'm just eating it all up. I love this world. I love the effects in it too, because they don't have to look real a lot of time. They just have to look good. And I feel like the way they do the giants in this, I'm so glad they just use people and clever angles and they don't have to CG all of them. It gives so much more of a performance that way. The only thing I could see, like, again, this is part of the playfulness of it. But that they move at a regular pace. I wouldn't mind if they like slowed it down or shot them a little bit in slow mo to give them the impression
Dang!
that they are larger. But the actually having people there just getting creative shots, I think that's so much more effective than like I don't know BFG where they're all CG.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. And on Monsters Inc., since despite being nearly 30 years old, it's still a movie that's relevant and continued with sequels.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna anger people with it because I don't dislike it, but it's not one of my favorites. I don't get that into it. And part of it is I think people forget they were kind of doing that idea a couple times before. Like that wasn't the first one to come up with it, but I think it was one of the earliest ones to do a movie around it. But it's still cute. It's fine. I just don't get like that into it. So like my brother doesn't like it. So there is somebody here like I know if anyone got angry, I'd be like, but hey, he doesn't like it at all. Go after him. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't have that much of a passion to talk about. I did the Disney December on it. I think that's good enough.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Besides wickedly cool artwork, is there any other things you collect, whether as a hobby or just for fun? Doesn't matter.
Um, no, one of these days, well, whatever, after I retire or whatever, I wouldn't mind doing a collection of just like nostalgic stuff I grew up with. I would love to like recreate like a late 80s, early 90s bedroom, like legit with stuff that I grew up with. It would totally be a selfish thing. It wouldn't be like, I want to recreate this so that anyone can come in and recognize anything. No, no, it's just the stuff I remember in there. So I wouldn't mind doing that. But yeah, I don't have time now. It's just not something that I think I could do. Like this is fun enough. And again, I like this stuff because this is newer stuff as well. There's like older stuff in there too, but I like that it's newer artwork. It's a lot of it's newer characters, or some of them are more classic characters and stuff. So I like that combination. I like going to cons, finding stuff like that.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen The Talented Mr. Ripley?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you're talking about the original because they did a remake, which I didn't see. But yeah, I liked that. I remember really getting into it and wondering where it was going to go and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I remember really liking it.
Jacob, thank you for the $5 super chat. This year marks the 40th anniversary of the real Ghostbusters. Think you'll do any rewatchings or possible videos about the show?
Hmm. That's another one where I feel like I've talked about it before. Maybe like top 11 nostalgic shows or something like that. It's just a good show. I mean, it's something where it's like, yes, it's for kids first, and that's fine, but it's very creative. There is still some fun stuff to watch as an adult, not just with the creative animation, but some of the jokes are pretty funny. Lorenzo Music is wonderful, and Marisa Marsh. They all have really, really good deliveries. But yeah, I don't know if there's too much else I can add to it. And I was obsessed with it. I had all the toys, I had the little proton packs, I had all that stuff. I just don't think there's much more I could add to it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. NC for My Favorite Martian Adventures, or I think there's supposed to be a comma here. My Favorite Martian Adventures in Babysitting and School of Rock.
Gotcha. I could do Adventures in Babysitting, but I don't know if that would get many views. A lot of people want me to do My Favorite Martian, so I just did a Disney December on it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was actually kind of funny and creative for someone that didn't grow up with the show. I don't know much about the original show, but I thought it was pretty fun. So I don't think there's like, again, a ton I can add to it on top of the Disney December review I did. And School Rock, I never got into it. I don't hate it or
How
dislike
dare you.
it, but what am I missing? I don't know what I'm missing.
It's
Maybe,
charming.
maybe I just had to see it at a younger age or something. I'm not sure, but I saw it. I'm like, it's fine, whatever. But yeah, the critics loved it. Audiences were laughing so much harder than I was at the jokes. I just had a little smirk, and they were really laughing hard. So I don't know. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't speak to me for some reason.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug and Heather. Thoughts on the
Hi.
Forgotten Island trailer? I was really already intrigued by the premise, but this trailer made it my most anticipated film for the rest of the year, especially since I heard it's from the director of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah, I really got hooked into it too. I don't know, if you just tell me the idea, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like we've seen stuff like that before. But the trailer, the way they really expand on the friendship, to a point where it's like half the trailer. So it's like, where is this going? And then when you see him go to this, yeah, like this place where whatever your memories disappear and everything. At first, I was like, well, that's Neverland. They do it in Peter Pan and whatever. But like, it looks like they're going a really different direction with it, and it looks neat. It looks fun. It looks creative. I'm very excited that it's the same person who did Last Wish. So yeah, no, I'm actually pretty hyped for that. When I saw that trailer this morning, I'm like, this looks really good. I'm like really, really in.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. What Disney song or tune do you think is underrated? For me, it's the opening tune from the 1973 Robin Hood film, aka Whistle Stop.
Oh, that one became a big hit. They just sped it up. The Gummy Bear song with the like they yeah, that is that song. They just sped it up. If that's one I'm thinking of. For me, I really like I like the melody to this song. What's sung about isn't really anything, but at the end of Jungle Book, the girl singing the water song, the do 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 do. It's like such a good melody. It's like a haunting melody. I wish it was about more than just like a girl getting water. But yeah, a lot of times I have that just like in a collection of songs I just like to listen to randomly, and I'll just listen to, and it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. The lady singing it too is singing it like so much. Who's clearly not a little girl and is clearly a
Yeah.
grown woman, but like the way she sings it just sounds like a ghost is singing it or something. It's just such a cool song. It's honestly too good for that moment. It is a really good moment. I actually really like. I think that's a very cute moment. But yeah, it's one of those where I'm like, oh, why couldn't they use this song somewhere else, like in Mary Poppins or something, like one of the heavier moments. But yeah, I guess that's one that kind of counts. I guess that kind of counts.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Have you streamed
Thank
anything
you.
lately good?
I'm watching One Piece. Oh, we're actually starting Mad Men. We started
Oh,
that randomly. Well, what's funny is that I started it when it came out.
okay.
And I didn't get into it. It wasn't bad. I'm just like, it's just not grabbing me, whatever. And then we saw it was on HBO, and we're like, let me try it again. That was a long time ago when I watched it. I think I was like still in college or something, or just leaving college. So I was like, let me try it again. And we were watching it. And I'm like, boy, there's a lot being explored without being talked about in there. And that's so that time period, the 60s, I feel like. Some things are definitely exaggerated, but I'm watching it like, yeah, man, there's so many things I don't know about these people yet because they're just not talking about, they're not communicating with each other. And that really draws me in a lot more. It was something I feel like I wasn't ready to see when it first came out. It's like a different way I got to watch it. And I like that. I like that challenging way of approaching something. So yeah, I mean, we're like maybe 4 episodes in, something like that. And I'm really enjoying it.
King Croker, thank you so much for that 69-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Looking back, what review best represents what Nostalgia Critic is now, not what it used to be?
I guess maybe the review of Brazil.
Oh,
I really like the way that one turned out. I like that I got a cast in there. I love that weird machine we had Heather at. And just as soon as I saw it through the camera, with that stretched face in there, as I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. This looks so great.
Jim's amazing.
Yeah, but it also, in terms of representing what it is now, again, I don't have the energy I used to. I know it looks like I do, and sometimes I do. But other time, like, heads up, there's not going to be a cast review next week because I
Yeah.
got knocked out. So it still happens. So the productions have to be smaller. But the passion is still there. And I feel like that review captures that. It's my favorite movie, so I'm talking in a very positive way about it. It's a Christmas episode. Christmas still means a lot to me. So yeah, I guess I'll say that one's an interesting question.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, will you play the Telltale's Batman game since it's a very interesting take on Batman and it has some legit, really shocking and disturbing moments?
There's a couple Telltale games. People ask me. They asked me for Walking Dead, this Batman one. Some people ask me for the Monkey Island ones as well. I never played a Telltale game. I do hear they're very good, but yeah, I didn't even know there was a Batman one. So
The Batman one's really interesting.
all right. I'm kind of maybe we can do that. Like, well. I'm like,
We'll
at first I
talk.
was like, maybe the next vote could be like all Telltale games or something like that. I never
And
thought
Final
about
Fantasy is
that.
standing over you threateningly.
Yeah, just like, "Grr." But I never thought about that. Maybe just when we do our next vote, we get games that are like a similar type, like
Mhm,
was a Soulsborne game or like
mhm,
Mario games or Sonic games. Yeah,
mhm.
that might be kind of a fun idea. It might be something there.
Yeah. Star Wars, thank you for that 43-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. The butt rhino from Ace Ventura 2 was auctioned, originally estimated to fetch between $4,000 and $8,000, but it
Oh,
ended
be more
up
than that.
being sold for $59,850.
That all? No. Honestly, when I heard just 4 to 8,000, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Like, look, I'm not even gonna pretend those are like great movies or anything, but that scene, nobody can forget that scene when they see it, and it is the scene in the movie I probably laugh the hardest at. Um, so yeah, I can see people paying top dollar for that bizarrely.
John, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's your favorite song that does not verbally say the title of the song in the lyrics? Mine is between Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen
Wow,
and
good
Iris by
point.
the Goo Goo Dolls.
It's a good point. Bohemian Rhapsody never does. Maybe Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I just that's a good song to kind of like rock your head to.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Into the Spider Verse, what do you think of the Kingpin?
Uh, I liked him. I wish there was maybe a hint more development with him and the family. Like it works. I buy it and everything. And they're trying to balance so much, and they do balance it all very very well. I just wish there was just a hint more. I wish there was a little bit more time dedicated to that.
Ice Luigi, thank you for the $10 super chat. Seeing Doug rage so much in the ice level during last week's Friday stream was a whole new level. Also, Doug drinking whiskey? Why couldn't it be rock and roll? AKA nerd.
Oh, I always drink with. I haven't in a while, but again, if the fatigue's kind of knocking me out, I usually don't. But I love drinking whiskey in general. Yeah, I'm not like an expert on it, but I don't know. I can just tell when one has a lot going on and when one's very simple. And both can be done very, very well. So, yeah, no, yeah, that's right. I really got angry at that level
You did.
tonight.
You really did. KP, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you ever watched the old series Life Worth Living, starring venerable Fulton Sheen? If there was a biographical film made about Sheen, who would you pick to portray him?
I hold on, Life Worth A. It was it. I see it's a book. It just say it's a show too,
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
movie?
a show.
Show.
It's an old series.
Oh, it's about okay, it's about like religion and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
see. Um, you know what? Now that I, oh my god, this is embarrassing. This isn't the guy from Ghostbusters, is it? I would hate
No.
if that's what I recognize him from. Okay,
No,
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 because
no.
there is a guy that comes in near the end, dressed like this and everything, like this religious leader. It must like
Oh,
be
maybe
referencing this guy, bare minimum.
it could
Uh,
be.
yeah, it must be like a parody of this guy. Uh, wow, there's like an animated series. Yeah, oh no, My Life is Worth Living. That's a different one. Yeah, I'm actually not familiar with this. Maybe I've heard of it. But I haven't watched it. Sounds interesting.
Ultimate Frozen fan, thank you for the $5 super chat. When I'm excited for Disney films like Lightyear slash Wish slash Snow White, everyone hates it. But when I'm not excited for L&S slash Hoppers, everyone loves it? Why?
I mean, did you see them? I mean, everybody has different opinions and everything, obviously.
Right.
I don't know. Some people just have different takes and different things that speak to them. I do a panel and panel C2E2 this weekend called Movies Everybody Disagrees with You on. It's about that. It's about you can actually find out more about a person through the movies that you disagree on because it can be so foreign to you, but then when they share what they like about it and the connection it has with them, like you can really find out about a person that way, and I like that. I think that's really cool. So yeah, don't it comedically it's fun to be like, why do people get into this and not into this when it's like just so foreign to you? But yeah, don't ever take it like too much to heart or anything like that. Like I said, you can really find out a lot about a person through things that you disagree on sometimes.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Both of you can answer this. If I were to see only one Studio Ghibli film, what would it be?
For me, it'd be Spirited Away.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would depend if you're saying like, oh, this is the only one I'm ever going to watch. I would say Spirited Away too, but if you're looking for an entry point, Kiki is a great, gentle entry into like Ghibli
Yeah.
movies. But yeah, probably Spirited Away or Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki's like a close second for me. I really
Mhm.
like that one a lot too. But yeah, Spirited Away is my favorite.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Do you like the idea of Brand New Day ditching the web shooters?
Oh, is that what they did? Wait, how does he do
I
that?
think maybe it's organic?
Oh, like he's whatever injecting himself with whatever. I mean that stuff I could kind of care less about. It was funny in the last film where they're like, "Wait, it just comes out of you? It shoots out of you?" It'd be funny if like maybe he looks at that and he's like, "Well, if that happened in that universe, how can I get that for myself?" And he works on something that might be a little neat, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff I don't really care that much about in
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I'm like, how about the characters, the villains, the story? That's more what I get focused on.
Also, just to clarify, because I know chat probably wants this clarified, organic doesn't necessarily mean he's like injecting himself with anything. It's like the first Spider-Man movie where like it's just coming out of his wrists.
Yeah, because isn't there something where like, isn't he actually kind of turning into like better way of putting it, like turning into a spider, like he's growing more arms or something like something weird was going on
Like
in
King
that.
Crozer
I
said, he's going through spider puberty.
There you go. It's puberty. Yeah, so I'll just wait and see. Honestly, I only watched the trailer once. I liked it. I kind of want to forget about it. So when I go in, it's like, oh yeah, okay. I want to be kind of legit surprised again. So yeah, so we'll see. But I remember the trailer looking good.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hulk 2003 terrified me as an 8-year-old. It took me several years to finally get the courage to watch it.
Is that the Ang Lee one? Right? Hold on, let me see.
Possibly.
Double check.
I'm not sure.
Hulk 2003. Yeah, I'm impressed you could get through it at 8 years old. I would have been pretty bored by it. Actually, that's not true. I would have probably convinced myself to get through it because it's a comic book movie, but it's an adult comic book movie. I don't know what I would have thought of it as a kid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess a little kid shouldn't watch it. I mean, again, it's like a PG-13 movie, but search it right then.
Giga Tech Wolf, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, critic, if you think
I
about Christmas with the Cranks as a feature length PSA on peer pressure instead of a movie, it's not so bad.
It kind of is though, because I like the idea of that. That's why I thought the film was going to be good, because I think it's a funny idea. Like, here's just some people that don't want to celebrate Christmas, and the whole town turns on them. Like, that's really funny. But then the movie's trying to say, no, no, those people were wrong. The ones that were giving up Christmas, and the town comes in to save the day. It's like, no, no, it was funnier the other way when like the town is so obsessed with that they think they're in the wrong. Like that, if it was more like a PSA, I think it would have been a lot funnier. But yeah, that's one of many reasons it didn't work for me.
Dolphin Crescent, thank you for the $5 super chat. I got a vent. Phineas and Ferb got another season, but the Owl House doesn't? That's
Mhm.
unfair.
Well, okay, you're talking about back then because Owl House is wrapped up, but you're talking about not having more seasons in between, so make it like a 3, 4 season show, kind of thing. Well, also Phineas and Ferb is crazy popular.
Yeah, it
I
is.
still, before I even knew what it was, I saw people dressing up like those characters at conventions and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame because I love Owl House, but yeah, it's not surprising.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Where do you normally get your physical copies of the things that you review?
Online. Sometimes I have them too, and we hold on to them. We have like a whole like a whole storage locker full of like the Blu-rays that we get and stuff like that. So yeah, we just get them online.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Jim Carrey won Best Villain at last year's Kids' Choice Awards for Sonic 3, making him the oldest winner of a Kids' Choice Award at 63. I wonder if the kids knew that.
I mean, when you say 63, I'm like, all right, I can see that. But I mean this as a compliment. He really does not act like it. And that is kind of nice. It's nice he still has that energy, and he's not only bouncing around in these roles, but he's bouncing around against these effects, against another version of himself and everything. And it still looks like he's having a ball, and he's under all that makeup and everything. So no, that takes a lot. I think he was saying at some point, like he was going back to do SNL or something like that. And they said something about like there's a script where he's supposed to like pick up a person and body slam him and like do a flip over him or something like that. And he's like, guys, I'm 60. Like even he has to remind him of his age.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the whodunit film Murder by Death? It has a cast that ranges from Peter Falk to, no joke, Truman Capote. Also, if you thought his makeup in The Party hasn't aged well, Peter Sellers' performance as a Chinese detective is one for the books.
No, it is. I do like that movie. It is very much of its time. It's a very silly, zany movie, and there are definitely stereotypes in there. Um, to the film's credit, a little bit, he's not a dumb character. These are all the smartest detectives coming together, and they all have their unique style and their different ways of solving crimes. And he has his too. He is like a well-defined character. It is just the fact that it is very much a racial stereotype, big time. But again, I gave credit. A lot of times back then they would do the racial stereotype and they do it as, isn't he stupid, isn't that silly, aren't they making fun of it. And there is definitely mockery in this, you can't ignore that, but he is still a very, very smart character, and I do give it credit for that. But yes, it is clearly racist as hell.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Which would you prefer? Which would you prefer more? A movie with a great story and bad effects, or a movie with a bad story and great effects?
Oh, the good story, bad effects. There's been lots of
We
films.
already know that based on how you feel about Avatar.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, definitely, because I can, if I want good effects, I feel like I can go to like a theme park or something like that, or I can see stuff online. If I want like good story, uh, that is something where I like going into a movie and be like, oh, I never thought about that. It's very rare that I go into an effects film and say, boy, I never thought about those effects. It's like it takes time and care, and that's great. I can be impressed by it, but it's not sparking thought. Like a good story can spark thought for me.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, have you and your husband seen any of the new Invincible episodes yet? No, we haven't. We're gonna get to it, I'm sure. Ugh, no, sorry. AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Variety revealed Ben Kingsley and Nick Offerman will be joining Sonic 4. They apparently have voiceover roles.
Huh. I wonder who they're gonna play. I mean, there's so many characters now, in Sonic that I bet they could. I mean, those are fun voices. I'd be curious to see what they're gonna do.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. I just recently got back into collecting physical media, but which do you think is better, DVD or Blu-ray?
For the most part, Blu-ray, the quality is better. There are some disadvantages that sometimes you'll get a Blu-ray that doesn't have as many features as a DVD. Sometimes they don't restore them especially well. Uh, but usually the quality is better, or they'll edit it. They'll edit something out that either didn't age well or they didn't like or something like that. So that's not great. But in terms of quality, overwhelmingly majority of the time, Blu-rays are better.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Kirsten Dunst is reportedly in Minecraft 2 to play Alex after teasing her interest in a sequel last year.
Ugh. I like Kirsten Dunst, but maybe she'll make it good. Maybe she'll bring something, anything that can be good about that movie.
Nomadic, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Have you ever considered covering the Eddie Murphy comedy Norbit for Nostalgia Critic? Apparently, the current CEO of Paramount directed it.
Interesting. Yeah, I never saw it. Maybe I should. For a while, I was staying away from it because once in a while you get one of these fans that just every day on cue review this movie, review that, like for literally years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was thinking about it, but now that you're doing that, absolutely not. I didn't even have a passion to or to not review this, but now that you've done this for so many years, no, I'm gonna go out of my way not to review this. But it's been a long time since I've gotten those emails, so maybe I will. I never have seen it, but I mean, it wasn't just this person. Other people have requested it before, so yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
Big Mac, thank you for the 500 bits. I'm looking forward to the new Harry Potter series, but I've always thought it should have been animated, not live action.
Boy, when I was watching it and I was thinking, man, this just looks like the movie. It just doesn't look that different apart from the actors. I was thinking, well, what would I change about it? Because the look of the, I'm sure they got the look of the books in the live action version. And I was like, well, wait, there's illustrations in there. Why couldn't they do animated? Like, I think that'd be interesting. It'd be an
Yeah.
interesting series. You'd be looking at from a different point of view and everything. So yeah, I agree. I think I would have liked it. And it would have been cool if it was hand drawn also, but again, I don't think we could get them to do 3D animated right now because I think they do want people to say just like how I remember. So we'll see.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are some films that are so bad you have to see it to believe it?
Freddy Got Fingered is one. The Room is one. Let's see. What are some other ones? I get a feeling the new Animal Farm is going to be that. There's a couple for you.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 500 bits.
Oh, Garbage Pail Kids. That's another one. Sorry, that's like the worst one I've ever seen.
Have you have you have a chance to watch the Disney Plus series The Legend of the Three Caballeros? God damn it, I can't say it. It's a pretty good sequel show that's like the old DuckTales show with Gravity Falls style writing.
No, I probably should because I actually did like a good chunk of that original movie, even though I know there's no story to it or anything. But yeah, I remember seeing that and be like, "Oh, I should check that out." And then I never did. I completely forgot about it. So yeah, it might make sense to give it a look.
There it is. John, thank you for the $50 super chat. Appreciate that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hey, Doug, was wondering if you heard of or ever saw MVP, Most Valuable Primate. Figured it has been a while since you did a film with a chimp or other monkey character in it for a review if you think you could get anything out of it.
I never have seen. I remember it being advertised at the video store a lot. Like to rent and stuff like that. Always in the family section. I mean, it didn't look good, but I guess that'd be one of the reasons I would give it a watch. Um, we'll see. I'll try to do some research on it. If it looks like there's interest, like maybe it got a following for whatever reason, and people want to know my thoughts on, I might.
John, thank you so much for another $50 super chat. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you. I
Have you seen MVP 2?
I obviously won't hold my breath for it, but I can only imagine how drunk both you and your brother would get if you did a first viewing of Batman and Robin. For sure, you would be dead if you watched it with Green Lantern and Kangaroo Jack.
I would much rather watch Batman and Robin than Green Lantern or Kangaroo Jack. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Green Lantern. I would rather watch that over Green Lantern. Because at least Batman and Robin looks good. It's a good looking movie. It's ridiculous, but it does look really cool. Um, at some point, we'll probably do like a review revisit on that. I just don't know what to do with the bad credit card thing because I gotta do something with that. That's like the thing. So I don't have that figured out yet, but I'm sure we will.
Talons of Water, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since you and many others seem to like hoppers, I'm curious if you've seen or plan on seeing the director's Cartoon Network show We Bare Bears.
I've heard it's good. I want to say that person directed something else that I saw because a lot of people were like, "Oh, the person that did We Bare Bears" or whatever, but I can't remember what it was. So yeah, no, because I've heard good things about it from whatever I reviewed and people saying, "Oh, We Bare Bears is really good." So yeah, maybe one day I'll check it out.
John, thank you for the $20 super chat.
Thank
I've been
you.
doing karate for about 13 years now and was wondering, is there anything you started doing when you were younger that you are still doing today? Watching films and TV shows and reviewing them does not count.
um, drawing. I was always really big into drawing ever since I can remember. Hmm. I don't know. Watching cartoons. I guess that kind of counts, like what you were talking about there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's other stuff, but yeah, drawing is kind of the biggie. Playing video games, ones I grew up with, and even newer ones. But again, I think that's pretty common.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, in Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, what do you think of Varian? I wish he had more to do. He does he's pretty big in the first season. And then like once they move on to doing other things and like second season and all that, he kind of just fades off to the background, and I wish that he was a little bit more of a main character. And then, I mean, he comes back towards the end to play a little bit of a role in it, but I wish we would have seen more from him. Also, he's played by Jeremy Jordan, and I love Jeremy Jordan, so I just wanted more.
I was gonna say, because I didn't know who that was. I just remember thinking, well, this guy has a really good voice. And I found out later, oh, he like anything I remember about that character. I remember the song numbers. Even later when he's singing with Cassandra,
Mhm.
like that duet is great. It's
So
fantastic.
good.
Yeah, but you're right. I'm like, oh yeah, he was the villain, and then he kind of disappeared, and I was kind of okay with him not being the villain because he just wasn't doing it for me. But yeah, anything I remember about him, I remember the music, the singing.
Big Jack Films, thank you for the $5 super chat. In Endgame, when Ant-Man says Back to the Future is BS, I was expecting Alan Silvestri to pull out the BTTF chime in the transition to the next scene. Great review.
uh, yeah, maybe because I forget who made. No, Universal made Back to the Future. That's right. So they probably didn't have the rights to it. That would have been a funny little wink if they could do that.
Sean, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, you're a fan of Mel Blanc in animation, Looney Tunes, Heathcliff, etc. But what do you think of his live action work, like his appearances on The Jack Benny Show and his voice acting Tweaky the Robot from Buck Rogers in the 25th Century?
So I never did see Buck Rogers, but it is funny that he would do Duck Dodgers. He'd be the voice of that. Um, but no, I've seen some of his live action appearances on talk shows and stuff. And yeah, I guess he did Jack Benny quite a bit. It's fun. I mean, it still relies very much on his voice, but he had a very expressive face as well, so it's always kind of cool seeing that. No, he was a crazy talented person, and yeah, whether you see it live action or you just listen to it, you can definitely hear it all the way through.
Jager, thank you for becoming a member for 2 months over on YouTube. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
You're being sent to a deserted island and you're only allowed to bring 6 films. The catch? One of them must be a Jurassic Park sequel, and another must be a Disney live action remake. Great review today.
Okay, let's see. Jurassic Park sequel, maybe the third one. Just I don't know. It's kind of dumb fun. It's not good, but it's dumb fun. And then the live action remakes. So let's make it hard, and we'll not make it something like Cruella or something like that. That's like a spin-off, because some of those, like I said, are almost good. Yeah, what would it be? Oh, but I was gonna say Mufasa probably wouldn't count either. Let me see. They're so bad. I'm one of the few that it's not good, but I think I disliked it less than everyone else. That Zemeckis Pinocchio, actually, I didn't hate as much as everyone else, and that's like one of the most hated ones. Um, I guess that, but I don't know. I feel like there's one that's closer, but yeah, I can't think of them. They're all so dreadful.
Jack, thank you for becoming a member.
Wait!
Oh,
101 Dalmatians, the Glenn Close one. That counts.
there you go.
That
That
counts.
counts.
That
There
totally
you go.
counts.
Jack, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Lava War Cannon, thank you for the $20 super chat. This is part
you.
1 of 2. I know you said you hadn't seen the Tintin movie, but I thought you'd like to know about its past. While Spielberg worked on Temple of Doom, the creator of Tintin, which I'm gonna mess up, Hergé, called him saying he wanted him to make the movie. To be continued.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's very interesting.
Gabriel, thank you for the $10 super chat. At some point, you should get back to High Potential. Season 2, I think, is at its best with character development, and it makes me interested for Season 3. Not that it's been greenlit.
I hate to say it, I'm blanking out on High Potential. Oh, that's right. I mean, I love that actress. Anyone from the Always Sunny crew, I love, and she real. I mean, I guess they all kind of go out and try different stuff, but she, especially for a while, was trying a whole bunch of different stuff. Um, yeah, man, it wasn't grabbing us at all. We were just like, man, this is kind of boring. I'm not. The comedy wasn't making me laugh or anything. So, but again, it was just the first episode, so maybe it gets better after that. But yeah, that first one really didn't grab me. So we'll see.
Diddy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, do you like Eddie Brock being Peter's friend, or do you prefer the stranger slash stalker angle of the comics?
That's rough. You know what? I'll say I like him being his friend because there's a little bit more heartbreak in there. And the fact that the suit knows everything about Parker and then it's passed on to Brock. So he kind of knows everything too. It makes the heartbreak and the connection between them, you know, kind of even more tragic. So yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Emma or Manuel, thank you so much for gifting that membership over on YouTube. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Sly Coop, thank you for the $10 super chat. Why did you say Endgame was the highest grossing film until Avatar? Didn't Avatar come out 10 years before Endgame? I'd get it if you said second highest, but Way of Water is still below Endgame.
You see, they re-released Avatar into theaters just so they could get the number one spot, which is ridiculous because they're both owned by Disney. What does it matter? So yeah, they re-released it just so they can technically say Avatar uh was the highest grossing of all time, which I think is pretty silly, but maybe there's some reason to it. I don't know. I guess it made money if it's made enough to be the highest grossing. I mean, that's got to be something. So yeah, I didn't understand the logic behind it, but yeah, it's technically true. So it's on the re-release. When they re-released it, they threw that onto the pile and counted it.
Gimli, thank you for the 100 NOK through Super Chat. I'm on episode 3 of season 2 of One Piece live action. Love it. It's very good.
Yeah, I'm liking it too. I'm one episode ahead of you. So yeah, we're watching it pretty close. Yes, love you too, Chuck.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. In the latest episode of DTF St. Louis, what did you think of Jason Bateman and David Harbour's rap duet scene? I think it's fair to say that none of us could have expected that.
No, and I like when it switches to the wide angle lens, the fisheye lens, like he's going like this, but there's who's he doing that to? Why does it suddenly change lenses like that? I thought that was cute. I thought that was pretty funny.
Big Mac, thank you for the 500 bits. What did you think of Zoro's big fight? Oh, sorry, in One Piece, season 2, episode 3. What did you think of Zoro's big fight scene?
That was awesome. That was friggin' awesome. Yeah, man. You know, and I was thinking to myself, the choreography alone on top of the wire work must be so tricky. But I'm just thinking too, the camera work getting in there, like how closely you have to work. As I mean, the camera operators have to get in, like zoom in, zoom out. I mean, like I feel like they must be like stunt people too, you know, doing that because it's yeah, it was so well put together.
Lava, thank you for the $10 super chat. This is part 2 of 2. Unfortunately, Hergé died before they could meet, and his wife had to
Huh.
give Spielberg the film rights. It wasn't until 2009 that production even started.
Interesting. I'd be curious, you know, during the Temple of Doom times, if they imagined it as an animated film or a live action film. And animated, it goes without saying, but with live action, when they do kind of like what they did with Robin Williams and Popeye, where they kind of like shave the kid's head and have just one little orange thing, like, you know, cartoonishly, you know, look more realistic. Yeah, I'd be curious what their plans were.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Hoppers, what do you think of George?
Oh, he's fun. He's a nice character. He's very likable. And again, I like something it does that Avatar does not do because it's nothing like Avatar. They make him likable, but not, you know, the culture and everything that he's, you know, accumulating and everything. It's not like everything about him is right. Everything is perfect. Everything is, you know, ironed out. Oh, if only we could learn from them kind of thing. It's like, no, they have issues too, like every culture does. And I like that. I like they acknowledge that. I like they have fun with it. And it's funny as well. And I like they don't make him, the ultimate hero or the ultimate villain. He can be very naive about things, and I like that. It makes it more complicated and interesting. It makes the characters more complicated and interesting. So yeah, no, I thought he was handled pretty well.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Wild with Reese Witherspoon or King Ralph with John Goodman?
Any other randomness to throw together? I have not seen Wild. I heard it's good. I have seen King Ralph. I remember being all right. I did see it when I was a kid. I was a perfect age to see it as a kid. I think I saw it years later, and I still remember it being okay. Like, it was corny, but I'm like, this is fine. I think this is, cute enough.
Giga Tech, thank you for the $5 super chat. Of all the non-main DC heroes, example Apache Chief or Black Canary, who do you think deserves their own movie? For me, it would have to be Dr. Fate. Good choice.
Heather's brought up a lot. Does Zatanna count?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Give me the Justice League Dark.
Well, I'm saying because she's kind of exploded as a character in the past, a couple decades. But I mean, but she doesn't have her own movie yet.
No.
So I mean, I guess she's not major.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even have her own show, right? She never got a live action or animated show. So yeah, so I think you could have fun with that. If that or Lobo.
Big Jack Films, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, I lost my voice from bronchitis during March break. Your experience losing your voice at times. What do you recommend for remedies in handling it?
I bring these to every convention I go to. Sucrets, not a sponsor, but it works. That, usually like room temperature water. Malcolm taught me this. Don't do cold water because that can actually sometimes tighten the vocal cords and make it a little worse. Usually like, tea with honey, any of those throat coat things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should I? Yeah, why not? It's funny. So these are, I don't think these are strong because cough drops don't do anything for me except these. These actually do something. But a lot of people who've had them say they're pretty strong. When we had Andre Meadows, Black Nerd, at a convention, I think it was Kineticon, his voice was getting a little sore. And I'll say, oh, well, these are always really good for that. But just so you know, people say, they're really strong. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. And I'm not kidding. It's not an exaggeration. This is how I reacted. Give it to him. Okay.
Poor Andre.
And I've seen reactions. I've never seen that reaction to it. So it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny reaction.
Nick, thank you for the $8 super chat. You guys teased a new fanscription last December, or maybe it was a few Decembers ago. What happened to that?
It got copyright claimed.
Oh,
it's being worked on. We're just gonna.
I forgot about the copyright claimed one.
Yeah, it actually is done. It's just by the time it came out, it would have been like 2 months past. It would have been like February. So we're just gonna release it this Christmas.
Yeah,
or this December, I should say.
Emmanuel, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's your thoughts on Justice League Star-Crossed when doing Teen Titans Best Worst episodes?
I gotta remind myself of that. Justice League Star. Sounds really familiar. Star-Crossed. There it is. Actually, this is not ringing a bell. Read the question again.
What's your thoughts on Justice League Star-Crossed when doing Teen Titans Best Worst episodes?
I don't know if I say, because right now I'm just seeing it as a Justice League episode. I'm not seeing it as a Teen Titan. Hold on. Let me try Teen Titans Star-Crossed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're trying to ask.
I'm not seeing that either. I feel like it's weird because that name sounds, I mean, obviously Romeo and Juliet, but I mean, like, I feel like I've heard that before. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I've seen it. Maybe just there's been talk about it in the past, but yeah, it's not ringing the bell. I'm sorry.
Gail Ramirez, thank you for the $5 super chat. NC for the straight-to-video DC animated movies like Flashpoint, Under the Red Hood, or Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns and Batman Year One.
I've gotten requests for it before. They're not bad. Well, Killing Joke's not that great, but they're not bad. But they take a lot of time to watch them all, and I'm not super passionate about them. I don't know what it is. There's something about, even if they're good, there's something about sort of starting over with, well, this isn't Batman the animated series. Well, this isn't Justice League. That this is just kind of our own thing. That for some reason it kind of takes me out of it, and I don't know why. It really shouldn't, but every time I see them, yeah, they're not bad. The one I do have to see again is probably Under the Red Hood because I've heard so many people say it's great.
I love
I
it.
remember being all yeah, I remember being all right, but I feel like maybe I missed something the first time I saw it. So, yeah, I should probably give that another chance.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits and one battle after another. What do you think of the relationship between Leonardo DiCaprio's character and his daughter?
It's good. It's what you would expect, but it's still done well. And it's written well, and they act it very well. Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of too much else I can say about it. Isn't just clearly on the screen, but yeah, they both did a pretty good job.
J Elf, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I'm excited for the new Harry Potter show. A different take when it goes on break. I'll just go back to the films while waiting for the next season.
I think that's what they're relying on.
Yeah.
That's why they make it look so much like them.
Nick, thank you for the $7 super chat. I love this. On a scale of bad to end me, how are you feeling about the Animal Farm movie coming out?
You know, when I first saw it, and I did do a post I really liked about the 10 laws of an Animal Farm adaptation that I really like, and I'm like, I gotta use this for a review. Um, Brad Jones is so excited for it, for how bad it's going to be. It's kind of rubbed off on me a little bit that I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? Bring it on. Bring on the awful. Let's just see how terrible we can make this. Yeah, because Animal Farm might be my favorite book. I absolutely love it. And just when I saw the clip that they released, I was already really concerned. I'm like, the language, everything doesn't sound right. And then when the trailer came out, I'm just like, all right, well now I'm too curious. Now it's just like, let's go. Let's just, this is gonna be the room of like animated adaptations. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah.
just go. So yeah, a weird part of me is strange and kind of excited because there's no chance in hell it's gonna be good. It's clearly
yeah.
not gonna be faithful.
No. Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the lesser John Candy movies, Who's Harry Crumb and Once Upon a Crime?
Did I see Harry? If I saw Harry Crumb, I think it was a long time ago. I don't have too much of a memory of it. Once Upon a Crime, I never saw. Uh, so I guess that's all I can say.
Liv J. Brown, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you see the trailer for the DreamWorks film The Forgotten Island? It's from the director of Puss in Boots 2, and it looks awesome.
I agree. It really looks intriguing for something that just sounds like kind of a generic kids film idea. Like if you just show me this plot synopsis on paper, I'd be like, all right, well, there's like a million movies like that. They really look like they're doing something pretty cool with it, both visually and in terms of telling the story. The fact that half the trailer was just focusing on their friendship, I found very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is it. This is the experiment. Are you ready, Doug?
Let's do it.
Okay. Close your eyes.
Are we done?
Open your eyes.
Okay.
How long were your eyes closed for?
I don't know. We have a timer. How long was it?
It was 7 seconds. That's
7
what they
seconds.
wanted me to do.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Well, wait, so you timed it out for 7 seconds?
Yeah.
Or okay, so I think I opened it a second before, so about 6 seconds. So there you go.
On a Joker, thank you for the 600 bits. Why 600? Because I like to go one step beyond. Question, what is something about you now that would surprise those who knew you in high school?
Uh Probably being a YouTuber because they'd be like, "What's YouTube?" um, yeah, I don't know. Probably stuff like maybe shaving the head wouldn't be that surprising, but probably getting rid of the glasses, because the glasses were kind of a big part of my identity growing up, and I never liked them. I try to embrace it more. That's why I call myself that guy with the glasses. Like, oh, just embrace it, have fun with it. But I hated the way they felt on my face. I hated how dirty they would get. I hate I had to see through it all the time. I hated whenever I had to see a 3D movie, I had to put it on over the other glasses. I just never cared for them. I know a lot of people that don't care. If they like Brad Jones is always like, I don't mind having glasses, you know. My dad doesn't care. There's a lot of people that don't, but yeah, it always irked me.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite Powerpuff Girls villain?
Mojo Jojo. Yeah, he's pretty great.
I love him. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Amphibia, what do you think of Keith David's character, King Andreas? He is my second favorite of Keith David's characters after Goliath from Gargoyles.
I can't go that far, but he's good. I think they develop him pretty well. It's funny because you brought up Goliath there, because when I hear Goliath, I hear Keith David, but I mean, I just hear that character. Most other performances he does, I see a fair amount of Keith David in there. I hear that voice, which he has this great, deep voice, has this great weight to it, but he's also, he's a goofball. He can be silly and do all these other various roles. And he was good at bringing that to that role where it's like, yeah, he's this king, but he's also, kind of sensitive, kind of silly, doesn't know where to go and do, with some of his orders and stuff like that. But when I think of Goliath, I'm like, no, that's a gargoyle from years and years ago. Like, it just feels like this is just a totally figured out, defined character that even though he's not changing the voice that much, I just hear that character. And it's always really cool when that happens.
Power fan, thank you for that 61-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is part 1 of 2. Epiphany. Disney remakes are the consumption/creation equivalency of microwave popcorn. I'll explain. Theater popcorn is fresh and simple ingredients. To be continued.
I love the way you're just explain that. I'll explain. I love the way you read that.
It was in all caps, so I had to do it because they did it in all caps. Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is part 2 of 2. Even if labeled theater, microwave popcorn is fast, cheap, and full of unnecessary and harmful chemicals. Yet people don't care and buy it up anyway.
Well, we'll see. Well, also microwave popcorn has some good taste to it. There's no good taste in the Disney live action remakes, but we'll see. I'm because there has been more backlash against the live action remakes, which is great to see. But Lilo and Stitch did really, really well, so they might be hoping that doing a more recent remake, something where the language is already pretty similar, you don't have to change that much, could work. But the big thing for me is seeing if that hold Moana has, because I know that's just a crazy popular, franchise.
Indeed.
If that's going to carry through to the live action one, I'm really, really curious about that.
Ross Diamond, thank you for the $5 super chat. In light of recent events, can we expect an NC review of a Chuck Norris movie? Maybe a return of the Chuck Norris meme?
I was just talking about this earlier. Sidekicks was great, and that Forest Warrior was a lot of fun. I don't know too much about his other movies in terms of ones that are so fun to talk about. And maybe there are, I'm not sure, but I never hear them really discussed. So I have to see if there's one out there that's just, so bonkers. I gotta talk about this. I'll totally do it, but I don't know if it exists. I think most of them are movies that are, kind of chintzy, but not like awful. Definitely not so bad it's good. But again, I could be wrong. Maybe that one or two or even a handful are out there and I just haven't found them yet.
Tony, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Kenneth Branagh's Much Ado About Nothing?
Is that the musical? Let me see. Much Ado About Nothing movie. No, that's right. This was the Keanu Reeves one.
Oh.
I remember this was at the beginning of people saying, now he's seen as a very dignified actor, and he has gotten very good. But back then, when you wanted the movie to go to of like, no, Reeves doesn't have this acting thing figured out yet. That's the one. Because I mean, it's Shakespeare. He's literally speaking Shakespeare, and he just doesn't know how to do it. The accent is just so thicketh. And it's one of those things where it's just so distracting. But to his credit, you can tell he's trying. I will give him that. He never looks like he's not trying, even in those early film roles. Even outside of that, wasn't. It was a little dull. I don't know, for such a famous play, I kind of expected a touch more life to it, and there is life to it. I don't want to act like there's not. Keaton's in there having a lot of fun and everything, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's better Shakespearean movies you can see Branagh do than that, but it's not awful.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Kingdom Hearts 2, what do you think of one of the saddest scenes in video game history? The death of Goofy.
That was hilarious. That's still one of my favorite streaming moments when it's obvious he's gonna come back, and I'm just joking and everything. Then when he comes back, I just go, oh my god, he has risen! I just that was one of those things where I'm like, all right, that was really funny doing Hallelujah to the Goofy holler. Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious. I felt no emotions in terms of like, oh no, sad, but it was a good laugh.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Nostalgia on Poltergeist, since it rides that 80s PG harder than any film I've personally seen. Yeah, it scared me to death as a kid.
Me too. Oh god, it scared me bad. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's stuff to talk about. The making behind it is very interesting. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. I gotta see if I have a passion to talk about it. Maybe I will.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. First two episodes of Digital Circus is like Pixar trailers, not good, but episode 3 and so on in The Wild Robot fantastic with deep emotions and pure terror.
All right. Maybe I'll check it out. That's good to know. It's good to know hearing that.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. We are eating good this year. The second season of Daredevil Born Again just got started airing. The new Spider-Man movie and Doomsday will also be released.
Yeah. Here's hoping. I mean, I do like the MCU. I want them to do well. I want other stuff that I grew up with I really like to do well in the MCU, like X-Men. So it's not something where I'm like, yeah, crash and burn. I'm not that. But I have doubts. I have such doubts.
Pugs for Life, thank you for the $5 super chat. Critics, including yourself, often run into this, but how do you differentiate genuine missed opportunities in a movie versus having unfair expectations for that movie?
It is tricky, and that is a very good question. I'm trying to do better. My big thing about judging a movie is that I ask myself, what is the movie trying to do? And how efficiently is it doing it? So there are movies you could watch and be like, that's laughably bad, that's laughably ridiculous. But I think that's the point. That's one of the reasons why I thought the second Space Jam movie, I thought was fine. I think it knew it was a commercial. It wanted to be an entertaining commercial. I thought for the most part it did okay. Where another film, it's a lot more serious and maybe achieves much more in that serious realm, might not have like a good ending that's supposed to like really bring the idea of it home. So there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Like I said, I try to figure out what the film is trying to achieve, and I try to see if it achieves that for me, and could it achieve it with a mass audience or even like a niche audience. So because there are a lot of times, I think, especially being a writer, I'd be like, oh, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they try this? Whatever. Even in Endgame today, I talk about things they could have done and things that didn't work. But at the same time, imagining putting together this behemoth of all these other movies and all these other characters and try to have it make any sense is very, very difficult, and still have it be entertaining. All that's really, really rough. So it is something where I try to judge it on what it is and not necessarily the stories that went in behind the scenes or what it could have been. Like I said, I try to judge it on what it's trying to accomplish. Even that scene with talking about the time travel, I still don't know if they're trying to say, "Oh yeah, we got this figured out," or is that part of the joke? They're like, "No, we know this is nonsense too. We're just saying, have fun with it, go along with it," kind of thing. So yeah, it's my long, rambly way of answering that, I guess.
Nick, thank you for the $5 super chat. General thoughts on Disney XD shows?
I think I know what that is. XD was a little past my time, I'm pretty sure. On Disney XD. That was like the Disney action shows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of these I grew up with. I mean, I'm seeing like DuckTales and Goof Troop and Gargoyle. I mean, a lot of these I certainly grew up with. And some of these I have seen, like Jake Long, American Dragon, I caught up with later. Um, so yeah, they seem fine. I guess Owl House was on XD, so yeah, seems like good stuff. I doubt I've seen the majority of them, but what I have seen, I've enjoyed.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Who do you think is the better cyborg? I'm going to mess these names up. I'm so sorry. Carrie Payton from Teen Titans or Joyvin Wade from Doom Patrol?
Uh, I'll say Doom Patrol. I think partially because you do get to see his facial reactions, which animation is great, and the animation in that show is great. But for a show that really is essentially a character dive with all these characters, they have a little bit more time and they literally have the raw expressions on their faces for that type of show to work. So yeah, just by design, I think I have to say that show. But I remember being good in the animated series.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Since you love I Hate Fairyland, I have to ask, what are your thoughts on the artist Scotty Young? He's one of my favorite artists working today. His style is very playful, very Bill Watterson-esque, but still looks
Mm.
just off enough to allow for some very warped and crazy expressions.
Oh, I love. I met him at CJ. He was right next to us, one C2E2, and I waited until he didn't have a line because he obviously Scotty Young. He's gonna have a big line, and I did what up and I talked to him a little bit. He was very very cool, and I was just saying, "Oh my god, your work's amazing. I admire it, so much." And he's like, "Cool. I saw your booth there and your line. What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a YouTuber." He's just like, "Oh, well, then my kid probably looks up to you and admires you so much." I feel bad because I said, "What's his favorite thing outside of Fairyland?" Because I've read all the Fairyland. It's like, "Oh, outside of that," and he gave me this book, and I never read it. I still have
Aw.
it. I didn't read it, and I just totally forgot about it. It's downstairs on a shelf, and I'm just like, "Why haven't I read that?" So yeah, may that remind me to go and pick it up because it is again a comic book, and I'm like, "Yeah, why haven't I checked that out?" So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good reminder for me to read that.
Serpent King, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you feel if the snap in the MCU was permanent? Avengers defeat Thanos, but the world has to move on. Granted, some characters in Infinity War would have to stay alive.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. If they're like gone, like, well, no more Spider-Man, it'd be like lame. I think the 5-year thing is enough. That gives enough of a feeling like you really lost something, but then it dives into the whole superhero thing of like, no, this is what superheroes do. They represent coming back and everything, but at a great sacrifice. So you lose like, Iron Man and stuff like that. So I thought that was a good enough balance for that. I don't think I would want it where they never come back. It's too many characters that we like uh and are too important to and we want to see explored more, I feel like. So where with Iron Man, it's like, yeah, no, he had his run, he had a good arc and interesting stories and stuff like that. I feel like it's good. It's right for him to exit there, and same thing with Captain America too.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Top 11 Mind Fs is the video you talked about Grinch Night, which was
Hmm.
the second video of yours I ever saw and loved since then. Inspector Gadget was first.
Okay. Yeah, that does make sense because I was like, did I really put it as scariest? That's kind of weird. But I'm like, okay, yeah, the Mind F's was totally it. That sounds right.
Ross Diamond, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug and Heather, have any of you two ever seen the anime Terminator Zero on Netflix? In my opinion, way better than any of the sequels after T2.
I heard it's very good. I have not seen it. It's another one of those where I kind of forget it exists until somebody brings it up. I'm like, oh yeah, like that and Blue Eye Samurai. I have to. Although Blue Eye Samurai, I've seen a couple episodes of, and I got to finish that. But
You
yeah,
do.
Terminator Zero, I haven't even watched that yet, and I probably should because I heard it's pretty good.
Lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, we know that The Great Muppet Caper is your favorite Muppet movie, but what's your least favorite Muppet movie?
The space one. Oh man, was that lame? That was
Beautiful.
just so lame.
Big Jack Films, thank you for the $5 super chat. Your take on where NC is now is interesting. While videos are small, what are your thoughts on reviewers creating mass scale projects, how you used to do?
Oh, I think it's great. Especially anything that's taking an art form. Well, first of all, even acknowledging it's an art form. I think it's great that there's like reviews of reviews now. And the reason they're
Yeah.
doing that is because they do see it as an art form. You hope it's a good art form, but you're not always gonna be it. But then you gotta take the punches from that too. You gotta take the criticism from it. I mean, you dish it, you gotta take it too. Um, and yeah, I think it's great when you see stuff like Iron Lung that like yes, has a very big YouTuber behind it with a very massive audience, but at the same time, there's something interesting there. There's something worth conversation. There's very clearly like a visual voice to that film. And it's nice seeing people not only experiment with that, but experiment with it in a way that doesn't have to rely on producers and Hollywood and focus groups and stuff like that. Same thing with animation online. They're doing it because nobody else is doing this and nobody's telling them what to do. And that's part of the major draw to it, pun intended. So, yeah, I'm very excited for a lot of this happening and very talented people, getting recognition and bringing unique ideas and unique voices, I feel like, to a lot of it.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Is there a classic cartoon that nobody knows about but you would recommend? A personal favorite of mine is Who Killed Who. It's honestly my favorite Tex Avery short. I'd recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Um, Actually, have I seen that one? I might have seen that one. Hold on. Who killed who? I have seen this one. I like this one. Yeah, that's a fun one. The cops and robbers one. And let me think. I really like. So I feel like I've talked about a lot of Dark Tunes, but then we did a video a long time ago with James Rolfe, just talking about like Looney Tunes in general. And I started off with just one of my favorites that people don't talk. It has probably my favorite Looney Tune character, this obnoxious little Red Riding Hood. He's
Ah,
got these big geeky glasses and the big buck teeth, and she just has this way of talking the whole time. Grandma, I got a present here for you. It's one of those characters where if they ever gave her another cartoon, it wouldn't work.
yeah.
She only works in this one cartoon, and she's so funny, and just the whole episode is hilarious as well. Like hands down, it's one of my favorites, and I don't think it gets talked about enough.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Today is Gene Shalit's 100th birthday. As a critic
Wow.
yourself, do you have any notable memories of him?
I mean, what can you say about Gene Shalit? He's just a force of nature. You just look at this guy, you go, huh? And when you hear him talk, you go, huh? It's just so bizarre, and I kind of love that. And I, what I like about critics like him, even though I'm not gonna necessarily go to him to be like, I'm really curious what his opinion is. I go to him to remind myself that critics should never take themselves too seriously. And anyone who talks like that and dresses like that and has his hair and mustache and everything like that clearly does not take himself too seriously. And I like that. I like there's always people out there who take critics down a notch as they should. It's so easy to get too snobby in this job, me included, totally. So I like there's ones out there that say, "Get down from your high horse, just have fun. They're movies. You got the greatest job in the world." And I like people who can remind you of that just by looking at them.
Yeah. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which version of Batman do you think has the better version of the Scarecrow? Batman the Animated Series or Batman Arkham Knight?
Uh, well, Arkham Knight's the last one, right?
Yes.
Arkham Knight was certainly more interesting. That's probably the most layered I've seen him in, like any kind of animated medium. When I think of the character, I'd be lying if I said I didn't kind of think of something similar to the animated series, but the one at Arkham Knight was clearly more interesting. So yeah, that's rough. I guess I'll go with the animated series, but man, it's kind of apples and oranges. They, even though they're the same character, they do represent something kind of different in different ways.
Kua Rinofu. I'm so sorry. I'm positive I messed up your name.
Mhm.
But thank you so much for those 10 gifted memberships over on
Thank
YouTube.
you.
We really appreciate that. Thank you. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Jim Carrey is officially returning for Sonic 4. Matt Berry, Richard Aode, Nick Offerman, and Ben Kingsley have also joined the cast. Excited?
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know Richard Ayoade. I never know how to say his
never know
name,
how to
but
say it.
oh, he's great. Oh, I don't care who he's voicing. That's going to be great. Oh, and Nick Offerman's voice is fantastic too. Oh, I'm getting kind of excited for this because I heard he was coming back. Well, he came back for the third one. They teased him being dead in that one, and they may look like it might be the end. So him coming back, it's like, all right, sure. But all the other people coming in for it, this sounds like fun. I'm getting more and more excited for it.
Ross Diamond, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, what are your thoughts on the show with the Dukes of Hazzard, and do you think it deserves the controversies and being basically canceled today?
I saw a little bit of it when I was a kid. I just remember liking some of the stunts. I remember a big dude with a white hat and not much else. So when the movie came out with Johnny Knoxville, I was like, okay, well maybe I'll see this and this will be cool. And just everybody's like, it's not a good movie. So I was just like, all right, well, I just never checked it out. So yeah, I don't have that much of a connection to it. Like I am aware what it is. If you show me like an image from it, I recognize it. But if you were to say name any of the characters, I couldn't. The Duke boys, that's about the closest I can do. So yeah, I'm not the one to talk to about it.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat for Heather and Doug. Who is your favorite Robin? Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, or Damian Wayne?
I mean, it kind of depends what version we're talking about too. We're talking about the comics, we're talking about an animated series, and an animated series, which one? Um, I do like the one who led the Teen Titans, who in the animated one. Which one is that?
Oh my gosh. Now I can't think.
I'm
Chat.
blanking.
Chat, who,
Chat will know.
Yeah,
The original
which
animated
Robin?
Teen Titans. Which Robin is that?
Is Teen Titans. That's gonna kill me. Dick Grayson. Okay, that is Dick Grayson.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's why there's so many jokes about his booty. Got it.
Yeah.
No.
I,
Go.
yeah, I like that one, and then I like kind of that combo they did in the animated series when they got like the little kid. He was kind of a combination of a couple Robins. I thought he was acted well, and I thought he was surprisingly written very well. If you hear they're going to make Robin younger, it's like, oh, this in a cartoon, especially this is gonna suck. And I actually liked him more than Dick Grayson in the animated series there. So yeah, probably a toss up between the Teen Titans one and then yeah, Teen Titans Dick Grayson and the animated series second one. I forget his name.
I generally like Jason Todd. I like Dick Grayson as Nightwing more than Robin.
I like him better as Nightwing too. I agree.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. Welcome to Channel Awesome ASMR. Well, you'll be so relaxed that you'll think you have chronic fatigue. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Yeah,
Tiny
sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
that credit card. Effin' bubbles.
It's so weird hearing those not in a scream. Like the
Right.
exact opposite. Actually kind of surreal.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. What is your favorite Bad Man video by Pete Holmes from College Humor, which are videos parroting the Dark Knight trilogy?
Oh, I know those well. My favorite one of my favorite videos online ever is when they mix up the clowns in the Dark Knight. So one clown got drunk at a kid's birthday party and the other is the Joker, and they mix them up. So just this guy who was drunk is sobering up, and he just sees a guy dressed as a bat slamming his head on the table. Like, what is going on? He's like, where are they? Where are who? And he just keeps punching them. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen because the guy's fear and confusion on his face is so real and so believable. And then just there's a phenomenal punchline at the end where they mix them up again and he gets a mime and he's like, talk, damn it, talk. It's it's one of the greatest things ever made. It's so great.
It's so great that it froze your video for a second there, but
Oh,
you're
did
here,
it?
don't
Oh
worry.
no.
We
Oh,
heard
okay.
you, we heard you. It
Oh,
just
good,
froze your
good.
video for a
Yeah.
second.
Oh, anyone that hasn't seen it, go watch it. It's it's so great.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Smallville is no on Netflix in UK, Canada, but not US for some strange reason.
uh,
Probably for
Weird.
rights issues and money.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Sly Coop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the trailer for the new DreamWorks movie, Forgotten Island? And if so, what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I answered this twice, so you can probably see more detail up there. But yeah, I think it looks really, really good. Actually, that's the first animated film in a while where I mean, I've been excited for animated films coming out, but this one, I'm like, I'm really, really curious. I'm so intrigued what they're gonna do with it because that I don't know, especially like a newer idea and the style and everything. Who's made it? Like, yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. If you decide to revisit Batman and Robin, it would be awkward to bring up the Bat credit card joke. There's a huge elephant in the room since a reviewer that burned bridges with you killed the joke by proving how feasible it is, sending Critic into a depression and stay in the corner for a month.
Oh no. We must keep the continuity tight with Nostalgia Critic. I think we'll work with it fine.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In The Adventures of Tintin, one real standout performance is Daniel Craig as the villain. He is completely unrecognizable.
Well, they're also all CGs, so I mean they're literally unrecognizable. But no, I'm curious to check it out. Like I said, I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I really should give it a watch.
Movie Lover, thank you for the 500 bits. So the next Minions film cast has been announced, and it includes the likes of Trey Parker, Jesse Eisenberg, Zoe Deutsch, Allison Janney, Phil Lamar, Christoph Waltz, and Jeff Bridges. How would you think this will impact your thoughts on the film?
None. Honestly. It's not like, oh well, if they're in it, it's gonna be great. It's like any of those movies. It just has to have, funny writing, fun characters, just, anything else I would judge a movie with. There's nobody in there that's like, ooh, I'm excited now, kind of thing. Not that I look down on any of those people at all. A lot of those are really good actors and everything, but yeah, there's nothing that I'm like, now I can't wait for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nick Barrett, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did either of you ever play any of the Shin Megami Tensei or Persona games? Doug has not.
Nah.
I played Persona 5 and the remake of Persona 3. Was that Reload? I adored Persona 5. I adored Persona 3 too, but I think I liked 5 a little bit more than 3. But they're great games. Fantastic games. Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. Sorry if my previous comment was too awkward. Maybe I was being too much of a stickler for continuity. The show spits in the face of continuity.
I mean it. Again, what I was saying before with Gene Shalit, I hope me wearing like the hat and the tie and the suit coat with the t-shirt and everything, holding a gun very much shows you're not supposed to take it that seriously.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Eureka! The longer someone's in darkness, the harder it is to perceive the passage of time, meaning light is the key to time travel, and I'm on the right path.
Cool. That must be from a movie or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was because I had you close your eyes and count. It was a part of the
I
experience.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. You mentioned Hawkeye in the Endgame review. Any chance you'll be able to watch that and Loki Season 2 before Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday come out? I think Kate Bishop from Hawkeye will be in the new Spider-Man movie coming out this year.
Yeah, I really should. Maybe I can combine it with like Disney December or something like that. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I do want to see both those shows because I really like Loki Season 1. So we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Star Trek The Undiscovered Country, what do you think of Christopher Plummer? Do you think he's a good villain?
Yes, I think it's silly they made it a whodunit story. It's incredibly obvious who done it. But yeah, he's great. He's a great Star Trek villain. He's quoting Shakespeare, cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war. I mean, he's hamming it up, but he's hamming it up in a way that makes sense for Star Trek. Yeah, I love that one. Six is a really, really fun one.
Game Miser, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, does a movie called Valiant sound familiar? If not, then you should at least check it out. P.S. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the Bird movie from Disney, right? I haven't seen. I always have it on the list for Disney December. I might have it for this year. I remember I started to watch it, but then like something else got in the way and kind of knocked it off the list because there was something else that was more kind of important to review that year. So I'll get around to it because people have definitely requested it before.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. With his passing, can you give us your old Chuck Norris meme? R.I.P. Chuck.
Hachakonaras! Whew, man, almost broke there.
Good job. JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Unfriended NC review?
Maybe, but you won't like it because I like the movie. I saw a lot of people really didn't like it. I'm like, I don't know. I thought this was kind of clever. I thought the follow up was clever too. So yeah, I don't know. I never quite got the hate for it. So maybe that'd be a reason to do it, just to do it to say, hey, come on, lay off. This is okay. This is smart. This is clever. So yeah, I don't know. I probably just get a lot of hate for it though.
Joy Sassafras, thank you for the $5 super chat. Love that name.
That's
If
a
you
great name.
watched Digital Circus, what do you think of the last episode? I thought it was really awesome.
I don't. I saw the first episode, which I thought was fine, but it just didn't grab me, so I didn't keep watching it. But quite a few people are telling me to check it out. I guess it gets really good after the first two episodes, so maybe I'll give it a shot.
Giga Tech Wolf, thank you for the $5 super chat. And a Marvel DC crossover, who do you think would win? Batman with all his tech or Spider Man?
Hmm. Batman. He not only would he figure out something, he played dirty.
Yeah, especially with the specification of all of his tech. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Toaster Boy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, hope your day is going well. I was rewatching your Pink Floyd The Wall video and was wondering what your opinion is on it today compared to when you made it.
I mean, I always really liked the movie. It's funny that's the one that blew up. It's for an opinion that people think I have of it. I think because I went so hard into the jokes and the more abstract nature and doing songs and stuff like that. I really do like the movie. A guy who has this wall is gonna like the wall. But no, it was one that I did more for. It was during a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, a transformative time in the reviews where I was leaning more toward just doing jokes, but I started to state more like my real opinion in them. And because that review took longer, I was still kind of in that mode that I wasn't really aware that, like, well, yeah, now people are going to take this very literal, what I'm saying. So yeah, I do really, really like the movie. Whenever somebody brings me it to sign, I always put how, down there, I like the movie, really. I literally look at the camera and I say, I like it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Teen Titans, who was your favorite character? Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, or Starfire?
Uh, let's see. Probably Raven. Raven was pretty fun. I liked the optimism of Starfire, and I liked the way she spoke, the way they wrote her lines and everything. But yeah, Raven's got the cooler powers, the cooler designs. Like whenever there's a story about her, there's always something like, okay, this is gonna be a cool episode.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Would you ever upgrade your TV to a Sony Bravia TV?
I don't even know if I know what that is. So maybe.
Juliana, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the trailer for Sheep Detective? If so, could it be a future NC?
Maybe I did. I thought it looked cute, honestly, for what it was. It kind of looked better than it had any right to be. But I could be wrong. Maybe it'll suck. So we'll have to see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Teen Titans, what do you think of Slade? He is, in my opinion, Ron Perlman's best performance. He can make the simplest statement intimidating.
Yeah, he's the villain, right?
Yeah.
The guy with the half face.
Yep.
Is it wrong to say I never put together that was Ron Perlman?
Oh.
Like, And now it's like, yeah, how could I not hear that? It's so obvious. The thing around Perlman is that his face is so distinct. He is a great actor, but his voice, every time I feel like I've seen him in a movie where he voices somebody, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was him. It really, so much of it is the face and his expressions. No, he does a great job. Yeah, he's what you said. He's very, very intimidating, and he doesn't have to do that much. He's very much, he's got kind of that quieter weight to his voice that I think really makes it quite menacing.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Teen Titan. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Even though Minions 3 is utterly pointless, the fact that it takes place in 1920s Hollywood seems like a fresh setting at least.
Is that the new one? Yeah, because the other one was like the 60s, I think. No, that's a fun idea. I don't know if I've seen the trailer for the new one. So honestly, hearing that, I'm like, yeah, sounds like fun.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Would you ever do an NC on the 1980s Superboy series?
Uh, God, I forgot about that show. Yeah. I saw a handful of episodes. I remember being all right, but again, I saw it when it came out, so I was like, I don't even know if I was double digits yet. I doubt it because I don't think anyone has that much of a memory about it. I don't even know where to find it. I don't even know if it's on DVD or whatever. I wouldn't mind watching it again just to watch it again because, like I said, I completely forgot it even existed.
All right, and we're all caught up, so we got 5 minutes
Alrighty.
for chat questions here. Let's go. Master Mario over on Twitch says, with Little House on the Prairie reboot coming out, what do you think of the original series and books if you've seen them?
I've never read the books. I've seen a little bit of the show. It was fine. Anything I like the atmosphere of it, but the atmosphere really does come from the strength of the characters. Like I remember those actors. It felt like they really found their role. They found their voice for those characters pretty fast, which was nice to see. But yeah, it's not something I go back and rewatch or anything like that. I don't even think I've seen them all, but I remember being alright.
Toaster Boy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, it's me again, Doug. Which should I have for dinner? Pizza or pasta?
Oh, pizza's always the answer for anything.
I just had pasta for dinner and it was pretty satisfying.
But now you want pizza, don't you?
I don't.
Pasta twice, that'd be crazy. Yeah. Wait till tomorrow.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Did you see An American Tail Night Monster 4?
No, I know there were some sequels, and I know they either got TMS animation or something that looks like TMS animation, because I think I saw it on like Disney Channel or something a long time ago. I'm like, oh, okay, like I recognize this style. But I never saw the actual movies.
Gabriel, thank you for the $2 super chat. Started Sequest DSV, and I love it. Were you a fan?
Yeah, the first season. After that, it gets warning. It gets really bad. It gets really, really bad. But the first season, I remember being pretty good. Maybe bits of the second season were okay.
Giga Tech, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Critic, any chance we'll ever get an NC review of cartoons from the 90s and 2000s like Rugrats, Ah Real Monsters, or Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
So I did Nicktoons a long time ago. I think it was the first theme month. It was like Nickelodeon month. And I never did Ed, Ed, and Eddie. That was a little past my time. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I mean, it looks fun. But yeah, I think it was just a little past when I wasn't really watching Cartoon Network that much. So yeah, but I talk about Rugrats, Ah Real Monsters, and stuff in that video. Like I said, it's like the first year I was doing this, I think.
12 pack, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games? Video games or games. Sorry, what? I'm trying to understand this. Doug, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games or games? Unlimited games but no games? The answer is Crystal.
I don't know why you couldn't follow that. I don't think we have to explain it. I think everybody followed along fine. So Heather, we'll just leave you in the dark.
You're right. How dare I? Alfredo over on Twitch asks, out of the OG6, who was your favorite Avenger? Mine is Iron Man.
In the movies, It's a toss up between Thor and Black Widow. Neither of them have the best last thirds of their whatever you want to call it, arc or stories or whatever, but I really like them the most. I like how Scarlett Johansson, I feel like, really pulled out like kind of a cool character from something that, you know, she did have a backstory and everything, but I feel like her personality really brought out a lot more. It reminded me a lot of Hawkeye, like how that performance brought out a lot more than what was probably originally written. And then Thor, I think, is just crazy charming, and I love the fact that he has such a distinct way of speaking and a distinct way of thinking that's just kind of different from everyone else, even though he can be kind of a lunkhead too. So yeah, probably those two.
Drummond D Production over on YouTube says, "So, Doug, did you think of reading the IDW or Skybound Transformers comics? IDW takes a new turn on the origin of many characters and the war, while Skybound, it's dark and awesome."
I hear they've done a lot with like Transformers stuff recently. That's really come a long way since like the original cartoon. And I like the original cartoon, but I couldn't tell you like my favorite episode or anything like that. It was just a fun thing to watch, and it was cool. It was a cool thing to watch. So I haven't read those, but it's neat seeing it go from something that's just cool to something that's legit good.
Yeah.
So that's really neat to see.
Ryan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Mr. Walker, thoughts on Kiki's delivery service ending? Japanese version, she never talks to her
Oh,
cat again growing up. The US dub, he talks again. Which fits?
I didn't know that. Maybe I should watch the Japanese sub version. I legit didn't know that. Boy, I'd have to see how they do it because I feel like, I mean, I usually like, kind of darker, harsher, tough reality endings, but I'm just like, but why? Why won't the cat die? And, like, is it something where maybe down the road it'll happen? It's left open to whatever. Is it part growing up or something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about that. Yeah, now I really want to check that out.
We've got two more super chats that just came through
Mm,
that I think we'll have to
sure,
answer really quickly here.
sure.
Methuselah, thank you for the $5 super chat. On character quizzes, I got Sean and my wife got Gus from Psych. Then we got Dennis and D. Reynolds, respectively. What does that
Hmm.
mean for us?
It means you're going to be okay.
Red Sky, thank you for the $5 super chat. Was there ever a review of Everything Everywhere All at Once, or was that a Patreon exclusive video?
uh, Boy, I don't know. If I did, it was just a vlog review. It wasn't like a Nostalgia Critic review or anything like that. But
Definitely not a Patreon exclusive. We do not have a Patreon.
yeah, but I was gonna say like maybe a YouTube members video or something like
Oh,
that.
maybe a membership
Uh,
one. Yeah, I guess.
yeah. I don't think I reviewed. I do like it. It's a really good movie, but yeah, I don't think I reviewed it.
Brian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Y'all, we're trying to wrap this up. Hi,
Excellent.
Doug. Not sure if you talked about this yet, but any thoughts on the new Harry Potter series and Fantastic Island trailers?
I talked about both of them. Fantastic Island looks really cool. Harry Potter just looks like Harry Potter again, but maybe that's it. Maybe they'll expand more on the story, and that's the idea. But yeah, everything else just looks exactly the same to me.
Enter Terminator, thank you for the $5 super chat. What if someone made fan-made versions of Mystery Science Theater 3000 and riff on your movies? Kikassia, Suburban Nights to Boldly Flee.
I'm sure people have, and I've made fun of those movies. I literally have a DVD that's just making fun of the anniversary movie. So yeah, they're prime for picking.
Okay, great. And that's going to do it for us here, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I said this yesterday on Twitch, but YouTube hasn't heard this. Just so y'all know, we will not be having stream on Friday, but that's because we're going to be at C2E2. So if you are also in the greater Chicagoland area, come see us at C2E2. But please check our social media because we do not have a booth like we traditionally have had in the past. We have our panels every day, but then we're also at a rotating autograph table for 1 hour every day. I believe it's table 41.
Yeah,
You
it should be the
able,
same table. Yeah.
yeah, and you should be able to find us on the schedule as well. But please be aware of that. We do not have a table like we traditionally have in the past. So keep an eye on our socials for times or check the schedule on C2E2 for our times. But just know that. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the autograph section, which is very easy to find. So yeah, you'll definitely notice us there.
Yes, yes, yes. And 12 pack, thank you for the subscription over on Twitch. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. So hopefully we'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much and have a great night, everyone.
Bye
Bye.
bye.